Sith Incantations. Alchemy is my science, yet I have found Sith purebloods possess a new understanding of how to manipulate the dark side. I sought the secrets of spellcasting in my Pelifrid holocron, but its guardian was jealous. Casting my net wider, I recovered scrolls submerged in the blood slurry of the mongrel altar. They were concealed behind a mural of King Adis at the internal pyre, interred alongside the headless body of Warmuk the Underdying. Reading one of these great scrolls invariably unleashed a curse. I have found that the longer I must fight off horror, blindness, and liquefaction, the more valuable is the information the scroll contains. It is not sufficient to simply use force powers, as the Jedi teach. Ritual gives spellcasting added power. Memorize incantations, speak them with conviction, and weave the invisible lines of power through gesture. Through this, I have changed the world in ways my teachers never imagined. Bolt of Hatred. By focusing your rage on the ones that stand against you, you can conjure a spear of dark energy to pierce their flesh. Dark Side Web. With quick and precise finger slashes, you can spin a tracery of force tendrils to block a sword or bind a foe. Suppress Thought. By first adding your victim's brain, then supplementing the quieted thoughts with the sound of your own voice, you can control the will of another. Summon Demon. By concentrating on the air and energy around you, you can call forth a manifestation of the dark side. A dream beast has no true form. Its shape is whatever its victim fears most. A smoke demon can travel as windblown mesa or colas into solid form when commanded to attack. It can vaporize the body of a victim by entering its nose or mouth through its vulnerable to force-based attacks. Reanimated Dead. This complex spell animates both the freshly dead and the skeletons of the carrion field, transforming them into an unstoppable legion, impervious to pain and able to transmit necromancy infection by biting. I would have taken pleasure in meeting Dathka Grosh, who died decades before our arrival. Though he is gone, it was he who melded alchemy and spellcasting to perfect necromancy. Words have power. Proof is in the Sith scrolls I acquired. When read, they release malevolence as a safeguard against those who would unlock their secrets. Better leave hundreds blinded with a binding curse than surrender power to a single fool. The abilities described in the ancient Sith language are new and astonishing. It is clear that in all the eons since the Jedi left Tython, they have never divined the value of incantation. When a Sith sorcerer speaks, he gives voice to the 1,000 mages who went before him. If armed with the proper commands and trappings, the dark side can be bound, leashed, and led down any path of your choosing. Sith spells that require vocalization are written in the Sith tongue, and consequently must be pronounced as such. Be aware that it is more than recitation. Your inflection must be both precise and passionate. Speak with hesitation, and the spell may haunt you instead. Most incantations have a specific meter and rhyme, and thus cannot be modified. The most complex incantations unleash spells of volcanic intensity. Spells, however, require time to prepare and to recite. They are challenging to use during combat. Sith kings often remove their best sorcerers from the battlefield scrum, positioning them atop high palpitate, where they can rain curses upon the enemy legion below. The potency of incantation can be enhanced with amulets and runic raiments. Robes, known as the Wraps of Frost, are inked with hexes and draw power from the mummy they shroud. For 100 years, the power grows as it steeps in the mummy's dark energies.